Hey everyone, welcome to Beauty Biz Insider Market News with industry leading expert Jake Randolph. Yeah, my name's Jake. I've helped thousands of beauty businesses grow around the world, and the purpose of this short video is going to be to give you some insights onto the beauty industry and kind of like the state of the industry. First of all, I've seen a lot of concerns on Facebook groups, on forums about, how is the economy affecting whether it's the summer or the economy, how are those things affecting, bookings and appointments and stuff like that. So I wanted to share some things with you. And then towards the end of this video, I'm going to talk about three different things and three different tips you definitely need to keep in mind that's going to help you. And so first of all, I just wanted to, go over some recent results we've been seeing, back in June of this year. And even for, this month, this is mid-July right now. And so I just want to talk about some recent results, some recent things our clients have sent us, and that way it can give you a little bit of idea of what's going on. These are in no particular order. I took some recent results over the past, I would say, 3 weeks to a month, and I just started putting them on this slide. So I'm going to share this with you. So Gracie Davis says, I've had the best experience working with PMU Marketer. Before I started working with Jake, it was so hard to get the word out about my business. The first month I started working with him, my business took off. It was so unexpected, and the results were amazing. I quit my other job the first month and did PMU full time. It has been a dream come true. I'm happy I chose to work. And sorry for moving myself around. I'm just trying to read this for you. I chose to work with Jake. It has been made my business successful. And she actually quit her job full time, which is awesome. And I can totally relate to that because I used to have a full time job in the military, and I was able to basically quit that because I was successful in this business. And so that's awesome. This client said last month was my best ever. So that was, out of all the months she's ever been in business, that was her best month ever in June of 2022. So, you might be thinking, well, this economy or, the summertime, well, she had her best month in June. So just trying to give you guys some inspiration to show you that it is possible. And this was a different client. You can see the different profile picture. My first booking from all the leads, I wanted to thank you. Your ad blew up my inbox. I've been answering leads like crazy. Love it. Thank you so much. That was awesome. And then this client's awesome. I've been working with her for off and on for 3 years. And, she sent me another message personally talking about how through the pandemic, um, you know, she was able to lean on me for support. I was able to help her, get through that, help her stay successful. And so I thought that was just really awesome. Um, and then this client said, I'm honestly trying to get a hold of excitement the past 5 messages already. And this was like within a few hours of the ad starting. She said, this made it clear that my attempts at advertising were futile. And then this client said, 2 bookings in 24 hours. So excited. I've gotten like 40 messages, 2 have booked. And that's the cool thing. Like, even though you might look at that and say, well, 40 messages and only 2 have booked. Well, that's only like the initial, like first few, interact or the first interaction. On my program, I actually teach, I've got sales scripts. I teach how to convert leads into paying bookings over time using different tactics and methods. And so that's part of my program is I have a lot of educational content on how to turn leads and how to turn, inquiries into bookings. So let's check out the next ones. And then I'm going to share with you 3 tips you need to definitely take into mind. So this month, for example, I have 20, and this was back in June. This month, for example, I have 24 bookings. Bear in mind, I only work 3 days a week between school hours to get around. Scallywags, I'm on holiday from the 25th. I'm making over 3,500 pounds, which I believe that's a little over 4,000 US dollars. And still have their top up appointments remaining. So she's going to be making more than that off the appointments. And so around 4,000 a month, and this is working 3 days a week. So, she's doing really good for her business for, working basically part-time. This client said it's on fire at the moment. I think I set my target at 13 bookings. So she was trying to get 13 bookings up front the first month. And she's over 20 now. This screenshot was actually from like a week and a half ago. But she said, yeah, she's got up to 18 or 19. And then she's booking like 3 a day some days. And so, within the first few weeks of working with me, she's gotten 20 bookings. And so, yeah, she's doing really well. All right, this client had a $15,000 month. I think it was their best month ever. And so if you think about it, guys, I know 6 figure is thrown around a lot. To make 6 figures, you only have to make, and I say only because it might be a long shot for you guys in your mentally. You might think like, oh, that's a lot of money, but That's all mindset. You've got to get out of that mindset, and that's one of the things that I provide is like I try to coach you guys on the mindsets you got to have to be successful. You got to stop thinking small. Like a lot of you are thinking so small in terms of like $1 and pennies, compared to like if you want to grow and be successful, you've got to think bigger. So this client, she made 15,000, and like I was saying, to make six figures, you only have to make about 8,300 per month. So she's making almost double six figures if she can keep this up or do even better, which I know she can. And so that's awesome. So here's three important notes I want you guys to take away with this, or take away from this video. So number one, algorithms have made you invisible. And so what do I mean by that? So like when I say the algorithms, I'm talking about like Facebook, Instagram, because those are the two major platforms people are using. The algorithms are basically, not showing your stuff to people. Like your business is basically invisible, unless you're doing one thing. If you're running ads, then yes, people will be able to see you, and that's the whole point of advertising. But if you are not running ads right now, on Facebook and Instagram, then your business is basically invisible. Yes, you might get a few likes here and there, and if you do a really catchy reel, you might get some views. But overall, compared to last year, compared to any year before, your posts are just not being seen. And I probably don't have to tell you that. You probably have seen that. It's obvious to you, and you're probably trying to figure out how can I be seen on social media? How can I not be invisible? How can I actually get exposure to my business? And you're going to do that through advertising. And it happens to be that I do advertising, so would love to help you on that. Number two, economies like this. So if you're, obviously the economy is not doing great for one reason or another. I won't get into that. Looks like I spelled create wrong. So no, it says great. Sorry. Um, uh, so yeah, the economy is not doing great right now. But guess what? I've talked to experienced business owners that who went through like all the recessions the past 30 years. And they said that their businesses actually grew because economies like this create great opportunity. And so why does it create great opportunity? Because basically when the economy is doing amazing, so like 2018, 2019, guess what? Everyone and their mother can get a loan. There's money floating around, so like plenty of people can just like jump into the beauty industry trying to make a quick buck. And that's what we saw, and that's why so many markets got saturated, because people just jumped in and had the funds to start, even if they weren't serious, even if they weren't passionate. And so that's why we saw a lot of artists who started up and then kind of when I say artists, I'm talking about permanent makeup artist or lash artist. They started a business because somebody, maybe a family member, maybe a friend, or maybe they got a loan, paid for them to just start the training and do that. And then they kind of fizzled out. They went out of business, and they're going out of business now because they just don't have the passion to really grow a business. And we all know that growing a business takes passion and heart. And so long story short, economies like this do create great opportunity. And that's because all these people who signed up and weren't really passionate, all these people who started businesses and are don't have the willpower to grow them, or are not willing to take the risk to hire someone like me to not that it's a risk. I have thousands of testimonials, but they're not willing to invest in themselves. They're not willing to invest in their business. They're going to be going out of business. They're going to be falling to the wayside, and that creates opportunity for you, because you can come in, scoop up all the attention, scoop up all the clients, and really dominate your area. I forget who said it. I think it was Warren Buffett. One of the richest people in the world. He said, when everyone else gets greedy, so like during a great economy, that's when you should contract and be very careful. But when everybody gets fearful, so in an economy like this where everybody's scared, oh my gosh, gas prices are so high, grocery prices, people are scared, that's when you should expand, because that's when everybody else is contracting. And so it's your chance to take over, dominate the market. So that's why economies like this create, amazing opportunities. And then number three, and this is, I know this sounds silly, like hoping is not a real best business strategy. But I see this so much, like, oh, well, I hope I can get the budget to maybe do some marketing in the future, or maybe my funds will come up, maybe something will magically happen, and then I can just start investing in my business more. Well, guess what? That's not a real strategy, and that's not a good path to go down. That's going to lead to mediocrity and going out of business. And so, stop hoping and come up with a real strategy, a real game plan. If you need help coming with a strategy, I'm more than happy to help you. I'll take a look at your business and we can see what we can do. But yeah, just stop hoping and wishing that things are going to change. Things are not going to magically change. You're not going to magically get more stimulus money to your bank account. You're going to have to start, taking real action and start investing in your business if you want to grow. And so if you do want to set up a free call with me, a free strategy call, go ahead and scan this QR code, or you can just send me a message. But yeah, if you scan this QR code, sorry, I can't talk. It'll take you to my schedule, and we'll book a free 15-minute strategy call. And I'll take a look at your Instagram, your Facebook, your website if you have one. And then we'll see, like, I'll give you my best recommendation. Like, I'm not going to pressure you. If you don't want to work with me, that's fine, but I'll at least give you some value for hopping on that call. So go ahead and scan this on your phone, or you can screenshot it. And if you can't figure out how to do that, feel free to message me on Facebook, or you can email jake@pmumarketer.com. So yeah, hope this helped. Hope it gave you a little insight. If not, and the reason I'm showing you those testimonials is not trying to sell you or, persuade you. I'm just really trying to inspire you, because there's so much negativity on these forums and Facebook groups. And, I know if you're just looking at your own situation, you're not happy with where you are, it can be kind of discouraging. And so hopefully showing you that, even though it is summertime, even though it is a bad economy, I'm still getting amazing results with my clients all over the world. And so I would love to help you get those same results. All right, guys, until next time, I'll see you.